Hello and welcome back to City Skylines with myself, Hollow. This is the wonderful world of Sleepy Hollow, and we are hoping to do some expansion once again, or at least the creation of a future expansion right here in the middle, or maybe we could even expand this crazy Hamilton Hills system further down in the exact same direction, like sort of like like a diamond-y type shape, I guess. But it'd be like this. It's not necessarily a grid system. You can see the roads are absolutely baffling and random and stupid. And it'd be more of that in this direction. So I'm actually thinking maybe, yeah, maybe that's what we do, because I can connect it up to the highway really easily on both sides. Maybe that's what we do. I'm considering it. But before we do that, this needs to be filled in and this needs to be fixed. Now, I provided many ways to get in and out of this town using this monstrosity right here. And a lot of you let me know in the comments, Hollow, it's all well and good you providing many ways, you know, onto the highway, off the highway, great. But you forgot to do one thing. And that's give them a way back out. Because they can go down here, they can go down here, but they can never come back again. Everyone currently in this city or town can never leave. They are trapped. And that is a massive problem. So, yeah, what we're going to need to do, basically, is provide them a way to fucking leave, Aaron. Alright, so here's the idea. We get these ramps, the highway ramps, and they actually come out from underneath. And I want them to connect up, like, well, here. But it's a steepy slopey, isn't it? And there you have it. So now they have a way out from the middle here. It's built like a hill and it's quite the turn, but whatever, it works. And then I need to do another one. Pretty much. It goes over that one, which is not going to happen, is it? So maybe I just stick with the one for now. They have a way out. There's a reason to use this roundabout now. Let's see them use it. Like, how many people are going to burst here to escape the hellhole that I created accidentally? Yeah, look, there's already a lot of people. They're already using it and they're getting out of here. Okay, good. Wow. Oh, God. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, God. There's a lot of people. Now, it'll get better. It's just right now it's pretty bad due to the fact that there was so many people here who came to do their job, do the thing, move in, and they might have a job somewhere else in another town and they couldn't leave. That's my bad. That is my bad. So we'll give them public transport and we'll give them a metro is the idea, because they don't have one. It's another way in and out of the town. Kind of important. So what we'll do is we'll just build one there, and then we will give it a tunnel that connects up. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to pause. I'm going to kill this tunnel and remake the line. Okay, so I've destroyed the old lines. Now I'll make the new ones. We just send one to each of the subway systems. There we go. And then complete the circuit. And then we do the exact same thing, but we go the other way around so that they can get where they want, and there's one going in both directions. And there you have it. Now we have a new circuit. It looks a bit wonky, a bit weird, but it functionally works. They have a way into that town and out of that town that isn't just car, and that will hopefully help the insane problem that I'm having with the traffic right now, because I accidentally trapped them. And you can hear them actually upgrading. Things are going well. The reason there's so many abandoned buildings actually isn't due to the fact that I gave them no way in and no way out. It's actually due to the fact that I overexpanded with commercial. And so they don't have customers, as you can see. And basically there just wasn't a demand for it. So what I need to actually do to deal with this is pretty much destroy these. And I'll fill them in again in the future. But for now, I sort of have to awkwardly just get rid of them. So there's not a problem anymore. So that's less commercial buildings. The demand is lower now. It's not going to be as much of a problem. It will fix the problem. As you can see, there's less of these issues popping up saying, you know, there needs to be more customers because there's less shops then for the customers to spread out less. And the problem is evaporating. Although I had to get rid of more buildings than I would have liked. You can see that I am getting some commercial demand again because of that. But it was a bit of a pain to have to do that, and it was a bit of a mess. I will refill that in again before long, you know, no problem. But for now, I'm going to need to just leave it as that, like a weird mess, honestly. But that's okay. It's time for us to continue filling in the residential, and as said, continue filling this area in. And I'm going to use the million that I actually have to expand out a little bit here as well. I want this spot in the middle to be used. I want it to be used. Having a bit of an issue right now with garbage collection while the town's getting set up. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is try to deal with that. Reduce my garbage accumulation, and I get slightly less tax from this area. But it's okay as long as it saves the area, you know, that's what's truly important. Let me get rid of those real quick. So I am actually seeing some demand for commercial again, but I am still seeing not enough customers here. And that might be because they can't get to the place. So what I'm going to start doing is lining the place with pathways so that it's, well, easier for people to get around. I also have all of these lines where people can ride around on their bikes. We've not actually had a look at that, and you can actually see them using it. This is a really populous town for bikes due to the every road having bike lanes. I really like that. So maybe what I should do is provide more roads to have bike lanes on them. And that is exactly what I'm going to try and do. And here, and then we have a bunch of different ways for them to get to each other using bikes. And that's fine, but I still need to give them actual walkways pretty much right next to all of the ones that I've made. So I'm going to replicate all of those with a real walkway, so you can use those bike routes if you want, but you don't have to, which is super important that I do that. There you go, we got another double lane here, and as you can see, they're actually going down it. What's funny is this person used a bike lane instead of a goddamn, like they used the normal path instead of the bike lane. It's very rude of them, they shouldn't do that. But whatever, I gotta continue making these paths more accessible to everyone, so everyone can get around. You can see a lot more people using these bikes, like around here. So it is working, even in a place where they don't need to be. They are using it to get home, so it is working and it will lower traffic. So I provided just a bunch of those walkways, and like I said, I've got one for the bike, one for the normal people. Bikes will probably use both, and there's one here. And, you know, I tried to get them as close as possible, but there are some of these gaps, as you can see, unfortunately. But some of them do look quite nice. Like when they're close to each other, you see that? That's like nice and synchronized. Then there's one over here that looks really good. There's like barely any gaps. It's kind of a random chance, honestly. I don't like it. So the garbage is really stacking up here, despite me adding that policy for recycling. And the reason is, you know, they have to go really far to get up here. So maybe I'll make a new one. You know, I can afford it. I mean, not really. It's 10 grand. I don't really want to do that. The issue is it's just so far away. What can I do to fix this, really? I suppose there's this one right here. That's the one that they're using to get over there. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. I could build like a road that goes over the highway system here, all the way over there, but that seems kind of ridiculous for just that. So I've just built this road here that is both ways, quite a small road, that provides an easy route for these guys to pretty much just, well, let's see if we can follow one that goes over there. I mean, yeah, here we go. Let me take you on a ride. This guy, this police van, is now on the way over to the town on this insane roller coaster that I have built. Yet again, I built another roller coaster because I just like doing that. It's actually a police van, not a car. Look at it. It's pretty cool. And it goes all the way over the entrance to the town, as you can see, over the highway system, over the next roundabout as well, the entrance to this town, and it goes further, and then it takes you into this town. It also provides another way into town, and you can actually see it is working. You can physically see that there are garbage trucks now using this road. So not only have I given them a policy to lower their garbage intake, but I've also provided a easy route for them to get over to this. And it actually works very well. Shockingly, the problem has gone away. That actually worked. That actually was a solution that worked. And it kind of looks silly, but I also really like it. The more Skyline, actual like Skyline roads, the better, in my opinion. I really like them. Alright, let's keep districting up, you know. We're having a good time with that. Things are going well. We have quite the high demand for it, so we may as well. And what I'm also going to do while we're here and doing this is, well, let's get the commercial coming back a little bit where I destroyed it. I am not going to do any more than that. I've learned my lesson. Is give them some happiness, you know. They really don't have any leisure stuff. It's kind of important that they do, obviously. So I'm just going to give them some random things, pretty much. There we go. It should be a lot better now. As you can see, they actually do have some. You're going to hear the upgrades pile in eventually. But what we haven't done much of recently is, well, these special landmarks. And here's one that we've not looked at. The cinema. And we're going to put this near the residential, maybe? Or, no, the commercial, maybe. Yeah, near the commercial. Like, let's put it here on this road. Actually, this is going to be really hard to get to. I should probably put it here. There we go. That's fine. Wow, that really increased happiness. So we now have a cinema where they can go and see films. Have a look at it. A venue for showing movies on a large screen. You'll have visitors soon. Looks kind of nice. You can see there's people waiting outside of it. Memory of Tomorrow is what's currently showing. Looks nice. It fit in very well. It only destroyed 2 buildings, but when they were small buildings, not worth much. So that worked out. That really worked out. Okay. Let's continue then. Let's keep looking. What else can I make? What we got here? We got a department store. A retail establishment offering a wide variety of consumer goods which are featured in their own departments in the store. So we kind of want this in the commercial area as well, because it's got noise pollution. And we have a nice spot where it actually does fit. So we're going to put it right there. Have a look at that. So it's just a giant mall type thing that looks kind of really nice. And it's actually right next to this plaza. It fit in really well. It just tucked in perfectly. So they can have the leisure here and they can have the leisure here. And that's really upped the quality of this area. Awesome. And we also have more residential demand. So let's keep filling that in. So while I was just filling that in, I noticed that this road is seeing a lot of traffic. But they're actually parked here. So it doesn't cause any issues. They actually just drive right by it. But it makes it look like it's packed, which scared me for a second. See, this road's seeing a bit of use, but it's not too bad. Garbage issue isn't really there anymore. Let's go for our tabs real quick. Electricity availability is doing fine. Water availability is not doing great. Let's get another over here. Actually, you see that pollution? You can see the clear difference where the pollution originally was, but it's creeping in now. And you can see that it is going to cause a problem. It will fade. It has been fading, but you can see that it's got to go out into the world before it does. And this is like a darker one, because it's not quite as bad and it won't go as far. And you can see a clear change here. Like, that's bad. This isn't perfect. This is actually okay right here. This is fine. But that's not drinkable. You don't want that. You definitely don't want that. And you can see it's creeping in. And eventually it's gonna. And I don't really have a way around that apart from giving them tons and tons of water towers, which is what I'm going to have to do, I believe. Which is kind of unfortunate. But that's alright, you know, I'm going to just pick a pipe somewhere and just do it. You know what, here, this will solve the problem. So we're just going to get this, right, we're going to plonk that down on the pipe. I'm going to plonk a bunch of them down. It actually reaches on the grid now, just barely. And that provides a lot more water availability as we temporarily destroy these, because they are going to be polluted. They're going to be polluted very soon, and I cannot let that happen. That is a problem that cannot happen. So the water availability is fine thanks to these new towers that we've made. As you can see, and they're not making any problems for the noise, and they look kind of neat, honestly. I like the line system. It looks cool, and it's probably going to look quite nice at night as well, symmetrical and all that. But it does suck that I had to do that, and when this pollution is eventually gone, or at least lessened, and it's not a problem, I will replace that again. But for now, that just needed to happen, and it's good that I was aware of it, and it's good that I did that, honestly. Still gotta keep filling this in. We got like quite a demand for homes here. Speaking of the problem that's going to happen right here, they're not on the water grid. There we go, no problem. Alright, so let's continue gridding this up. Try not to go overboard with it, but the demand keeps going up rapidly, so it's going to be hard for me to fuck that up. And the commercial is slightly back a little, so we're going to fill that grid in and no more, because we've seen how fast it drops. Insanely fast. We'll just get rid of it. There you go. A little bit of a garbage problem there. Ooh, it's back. The garbage problem is back. Well, hopefully the truck's coming along now. I don't see any time now, trucks. You want to come help the garbage problem? It's specifically on this side because there's not really any like good roads to use. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take a road here, extend it out, and bring it round there, and that might hopefully help. It could do. Yeah, you see that they're able to go around there now. It's not a dead end, so there's going to be less traffic on that road. Maybe that'll help. Might not. It might help. Hopefully it does. It is also pretty much on the grid as well, which is good. Saves me some pain. And again, I already need more homes. Like, these are all filled in, and I still have a demand. You see that it does quite quickly drop down when I do this, but also it comes back up so quick. How's the commercial doing? These are built and there's still a demand. We can fill that in. It does feel good to finally fill these gaps in again, where I did the removing. You know, that was kind of a pain. And I think that's pretty much all the gaps in the center section back. There are a couple more, but I am not willing to fill those in. Well, it's a potential risk. But you can see that I can build it all around this swirl as well. Jesus Christ, what's going on here? Oh, that's not good. There's a lot of people using this road to get to this section of town. That really isn't what I was hoping for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that road to a one-way road. Which way is it going? Yeah, that's the way I want it to go. I don't want people coming up here to go in there. It's going to cause a traffic problem. So that will fix it. As soon as all these cars that came all the way around here to go up that road are out of there, it will be fixed. You see they're going in here to turn around and go back round. Hopefully that fixes the issue there. But the problem is that they have to go all the way back round if they don't want to go that way. So what I'm going to do is give them a road here. Just a tiny, tiny little road there. So if someone doesn't actually want to go all the way back round there, they can just turn in here and turn around. And I already saw one car do it. Like, so they don't have to go all the way around. The most efficient route to them is now available to them. You know, they can make the decision, basically. And you can see the traffic there. See, one's just gone back round, just like I said. You see, the traffic issue is gone now. That was definitely a good call. Now people are using this road regularly, and there isn't an issue with the traffic up here, really, anymore. I'm glad. I think I made the right call there. Alright, as the town becomes more and more filled, which is wonderful to see, in one episode we sort of filled it in, I want to just quickly go through the tabs like I was trying to do. So electricity is doing really well right now. Honestly, we're kind of fine for electricity. Water is okay. We did just go through that process with the water towers. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Incineration status is kind of low, but it's fine because the garbage... Oh no, hold on, look at that. The garbage production is 200,000 and the capacity is actually less than that, which is where the problem's sort of originating. So what I need to do is build another one, and I'm going to build it right next to this one because it's just going to work out fine, better, ultimately. So we'll put it there. It's going to be on the grid, whatever, not a problem. My electricity availability has dropped down. There's a reason, because this isn't working, and it's not working at night, as you can see. So that's a concern. What I'm going to do, so that things are okay at night, is provide some more of these turbines, which should help keep it up. You know, basically when that's not working during the night, which is a new feature in the DLC, it's not producing energy, and I really need the energy, especially at night. You know, there's a lot of usage of energy going on at night. That's when we really need it. So it's good that I've got those, but I'm going to need a more sustainable solution to that problem, because it's going to become a bigger problem in the nearby future. Let's continue through the tabs. Generation status is now in the yellow. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I don't want to buy another one just yet. I'm going to let this one tick through. Healthcare is doing okay. Looks like everyone's sort of happy with their healthcare. Hazard. There's a big hazard over here with fire. So we're actually going to provide them a fire station. I don't know, somewhere on this road. There we go. And that, as you can see, has made a big impact on their quality of life. I'm also going to give them a small one over here. You know, you can't have too many. I know they're kind of expensive to put down. This one's not too bad, it's 12 grand, but this one's like 60 grand. But I am sort of swimming in it right now, so I don't really need to worry about that too much. But that lowered the risks in a big way. Also, oh, we're going through these. Do I actually have any crematoriums this time? I do have one, but at the top end of town. As you can see, there are some dead here. So I think I'm just going to plonk one down here in the commercial area. And another one, I don't know, somewhere. I think it's alright, actually. Maybe I don't need another one. So you actually have to go through these and check the separate things. So that's fine. Crime rate's very low. It looks to be okay. We're fine. Education's not great, and I've been doing that on purpose. But maybe it's time that I change that for this town. We'll just give them an elementary school. Actually, we're going to give them a couple of them because they need it, apparently. There we go. Still not perfect. But you can see that they still have issues, but I don't want to go overboard. I still want these guys to be idiots over here, so we'll let that slide for now. High school availability, they're going to need a high school as well. I'm trying to make that close to it, you know, so it's not far away or anything. So I'll just do that. And university's fine. University's fine. So if we go through the tabs again, what we were looking at was landmarks, and we've gone through all the landmarks that we've currently unlocked. You can see that, you know, there's different types that you can unlock by doing specific things. I'll slowly unlock more and more, and then I'll try and specifically try and unlock them later. But for now, let's just go through these tabs on the level 1 unique buildings. Statue of Wealth, we can get one of those. It's going to cause some noise pollution. Where should we put it? I say in the new town's a good idea. And we could put it in the office area. It's not going to be too much of a problem. Next to the park, maybe. There we go. And that's also going to give them some happiness because it's near to them as well. So that's good to have. We can also go through these. Wow. Check out the transport tower. We have a couple of things. Friendly neighborhood park. Fountain of life and death. Let's do... I can't believe it has noise pollution. It's kind of dumb that as a park. But I mean, I guess parks are allowed. Put it down here for when there's many buildings down here, because there will be eventually. That gives them some happiness that they needed. I don't want to go overboard with this, but it is good to acknowledge that these are things that we can have that look nice. And I'm going to try and provide some in each town as we continue to build them. They are quite expensive, but they do bring in tourism, and they bring in money, and they up the happiness, and they also up the quality of the buildings. Speaking of quality of buildings, you guys could do with a Japanese garden. Like, you ain't too happy over there. And a new tennis court right there. There we go. Provide some more happiness. I'm just trying to get rid of the red as much as possible. You know, there's some going on over here as well. There we go. You can see it is a satisfying wall of smiles as well. And there you have it, guys. I did actually want to expand in this episode doing this, at least setting it up. Obviously, I wasn't going to be able to fill it up because I got priority of filling all this up. It's still not quite full. It's getting there. We're almost there. Probably next episode, I would say, is when we're going to need to do that. But it's not quite there. So I was sort of focusing on that, and the growing pains of a new town, especially one as big as this, I did sort of forget that's the thing. You know, I'm going to need to deal with that. I'm not going to have time to expand. So next time, hopefully we'll be able to do that, finish off this town, get it filled in, and provide some new, these new buildings, these, what are they called, unique buildings. We're actually earning quite a bit of money now, 14 grand, it's going pretty good, and I can finish up keeping all the tabs sort of safe. Hopefully pollution finishes being horrible. You can actually see the clear gap now. You could only see it in this tab before, which is completely gone now. What the hell? Hold on. There you go. You could only see it in this tab before. You can see the clear difference right there, but you can physically see a gap between it. So as time moves on, hopefully that pollution will roll away, and then it'll be gone from our wonderful town. And this bay will no longer be as disgusting. Finally! Finally, we've been trying to get that done for ages. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, do leave a like. I enjoy reading your comments, guys, so continue to leave them. Your tips and helpful advice, like when I fucked up right there, was very useful. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you next time, guys.